Welcome back to our National Trust Grand Tour. Today we're visiting Clevedon Court, a hidden gem tucked beneath the wooded slopes of Court Hill in Somerset. This Grade 1 listed manor house has stood for over 700 years and is one of the oldest inhabited houses in England. From medieval stonework to Victorian pottery, Clevedon Court is a tapestry of English history, and today we're going to explore its remarkable rooms, stories and treasures.
Clevedon Court was built around 1320 by Sir John de Clevedon, whose family traced its roots back to the Domesday Book. When the de Clevedon line ended in 1376, the estate passed by marriage to the Wake family, who added the west wing and installed the first fireplace in the Great Hall. In 1630, the Wake family sold the house to Sir John Digby, 1st Earl of Bristol, a diplomat best known for his ill-fated attempt to arrange a marriage between Prince Charles and the Spanish Infanta. The manor's modern story begins in 1709, when it was bought by Abraham Elton, a Bristol merchant and philanthropist. It was the Elton family's wealth that funded many of the restorations and changes over the last 300 years. The house was gifted to the National Trust in 1960 in part payment of death duties. The Elton family still live here today, so much of the house is not open to the public.
Entering the house through the large south entrance, visitors step straight into the screen's passage. Running from north to south, this dark, imposing corridor gives a strong sense of the medieval heart of Clevedon Court. Almost at once, a doorway on the right leads into the glass room, home to Lady Dorothy Elton's early 20th century collection of Nailsea glass. It's an eclectic and rather charming display, featuring everything from flasks to giant pipes and even glass rolling pins, each piece showing the quirky creativity of the local glassmakers.
Across the corridor from the glass room is the Great Hall, the heart of the medieval home here at Clevedon Court. Built by Sir John de Clevedon, the Great Hall still retains its 14th century character, although the room has seen many alterations since it was first built. The Wake family put in the present fireplace and the wonderful north window above it. They also enlarged the south window, which has flooded the Great Hall with light for 400 years. The rather splendid gallery was added in the 18th century, and the screen wall plasterwork, ceiling, and Dutch-style chandelier all date from the same period. The hall's proportions and surviving details make it one of the most valuable examples of early domestic architecture in England, a home built for comfort, not defence. It's easy to imagine splendid family Christmases taking place in this lovely room.
The staircase here at Clevedon Court, while not as grand as many we've seen, is nevertheless a Victorian showcase of design and curiosity. The walls are covered in vibrant Bodley wallpaper and decorated with engineering prints and engravings of the era's triumphs. The Clifton Suspension Bridge, the Iron Bridge at Coalbrookdale, and other marvels of industrial Britain. It's a charming reminder that the Eltons were not just country gentry. They were thinkers, inventors, and artists inspired by progress. At the top of the stairs, the Thackeray room celebrates two of Clevedon's famous literary guests, William Makepeace Thackeray and Alfred Lord Tennyson. The cast iron bed here was purchased in London in 1851 for just £3.50.
The stateroom has been reshaped many times since its medieval beginnings. In 1882, a beam in the old chimney caught fire, destroying much of the Tudor west wing. Although the wing was rebuilt afterwards, it was ultimately demolished in 1960. The room's Tudor fireplace was installed in the 1930s, and the panelling was brought here from the Eltons' townhouse in Bristol. The furniture reflects the tastes of 10 generations of the same family, from 17th century chests of drawers to a circular Regency table.
Down a few steps from the stateroom, the small medieval chapel is one of the most atmospheric spaces in the house. Built for private worship and completed in around 1320, the chapel reflects centuries of daily life, faith, and family tradition. It was converted for secular use in the 16th century and used as a boudoir for the adjacent bedroom. Following the fire in 1882, the chapel was restored. The incredible stained glass you see today was installed in 1883 by John Clayton and Alfred Bell, who were also responsible for the west window of King's College Chapel in Cambridge. The simple proportions and sense of stillness make the chapel a really pleasing space. Sometimes it's the smallest rooms that leave the biggest impression.
Housed in the oldest surviving building on site is the Eltonware Museum, a fascinating and unexpected highlight of the house. In the late 19th century, and entirely self-taught, Sir Edmund Elton turned clay from the estate into art. His metallic glazed pottery, known as Eltonware, became famous for its shimmering colours and experimental forms. And as you can see, it is really rather beautiful.
Behind the house, the Grade 2 listed 18th century terraces rise steeply up Court Hill, framed by mature woodland. Described by influential garden designer Gertrude Jekyll as one of the noblest range of terrace walls in England. The garden at Clevedon Court were first landscaped in the 1730s and, like the house, have evolved over the centuries. Today, the garden reflects a simpler, more informal style, designed to highlight the strong architectural lines of the terraces themselves. From the upper levels, there are wonderful views back over the house and out towards the distant Mendip Hills. Be warned though, it's quite a climb to the top.
Before we wrap up our videos, we always like to give you some handy tips to help you make the most of your visit. Check the National Trust website for opening times. Clevedon Court isn't open every day and hours vary through the season. Expect a short wait to enter the house. A timed ticket system is used to prevent overcrowding. Allow time for the terraced gardens. The climb is worth it for the views, but the paths are steep and can be uneven.
Whilst you're in the area, you might have time to visit another National Trust property. Close by are two that we think are worth a trip. Tinsfield, a richly decorated Victorian Gothic revival house filled with original collections and surrounded by beautifully designed gardens. Cadbury Camp, something a bit different. Cadbury Camp is an Iron Age hill fort with incredible views over the Severn Estuary. We have full-length videos of both these properties available on our channel, and we'll add a link in the description below.
And that brings us to the end of our visit to Clevedon Court. We hope this video has encouraged you to explore more about this remarkable place, or even plan a visit of your own, and here's why we think you should. Clevedon Court isn't just an historic house. It's a living record of English life, shaped from a medieval core and adapted across 7 centuries. Every stone, window and portrait reflects a story of resilience, reinvention and the families who left their mark here. So next time you're in Somerset, take the turn up Court Hill and step into a house where history is still very much alive. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, we'd love you to like, comment and subscribe, and join us again for the next stop on our National Trust Grand Tour.